Hello everybody, this is Pips Pay for. Appreciate every single person in this channel. I know it's been a really long time. I've been MIA. I was talking to a good friend and he told me like, hey, I noticed that you do some YouTube content but you haven't posted anything in a long time. And I'm like, you know what, that's right. I've been really MIA. I mean, today's date is February the 6th of 2026, so it's a brand new year. I'm actually planning to do two videos today. One of market analysis, which is this one, and then later on in the day you're gonna see the what's going on with the cryptos and this drawdown and the bear market and all that stuff. So I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more, but without further ado, today is the market analysis for gold and GJ for February the 6th of 2026. So let's get right to it. So as you can see on the screen here, I have two charts. I have the gold chart as usual and the GJ chart. We're gonna mark up the gold chart first, so let me just extend this. And I do top-down analysis. Remember guys, I'm a scalper, so my trades usually are quick. They last anywhere from like 15 minutes to probably an hour at most, because that's my style, guys. I like to trade. I like to get in and out in the market, make my money, and just call it a day, close my laptop and just live life. I'm not like these type of traders that are on the screen the whole day. Like, no, I just make my money. Whether I win or I lose, I call it a day. One or two trades, that's all I do. Let's mark up gold right now. I do top-down analysis. This is the daily time frame. So as you can see here right off the bat, obviously gold has been in an uptrend for like forever. The total highest, the all-time high for gold is 5,598 with 13 cents, and since then it has done a sharp retracement, and we're currently sitting around 4,878 per ounce of gold. All right, so right off the bat, the first thing I do is get the horizontal line, and I'm gonna mark it right here at all-time highs. All right, and we're gonna color that black. All right, daily is black, and we're gonna get another line, and we're gonna mark up the latest support and resistance mark. So here is a resistance, here in this wick is the support, so I'm just gonna draw it right there. Okay, all right, so now we're gonna go down to the 4-hour to zoom in on the details. Okay, so wow, look at that retracement, that's crazy. All right, so here in 4-hour we're going to use the same line to mark up the support and resistance, but in this case we're going to use orange as the color. Okay, so here we have a resistance, here we have a support, and here we have a resistance. So we're going to draw one right here, and we're going to color that orange. Okay, and where else let's see here, we could draw one around here, because this was a resistance, here's a support, here is a no resistance, here we have a support, yeah, and then we have a little bit of resistance. So I'm gonna mark one right over here, right on the wicks and on the body of the candles approximately. Remember guys, this is my style, so this is the way I look at it. All right, so we're gonna go down to the 1-hour, and the 1-hour I like to use green boxes, and we're gonna look for the same thing for resistance and supports. So right here I see one right here, so I do run on boxes and lines. Okay, so we're gonna put one there, and we're gonna color it green right there. That one's a resistance we gotta look at. Price is currently right here. Let me just take this marker out, and we're currently right here in that price. So support, I'm looking at this support, the latest support, so I'm gonna draw it from all the way over here. And here is the latest resistance, because price is currently right here. This is the latest resistance, so we're gonna mark one right up here. Okay, and the latest support, where is it? Right here. Well, this is the major one, but this is the last one for the market structure price where we're at currently. All right, so right off the bat, what I see that overall in the daily it was going up, so we're still overall in a bullish market. Then again, we did a sharp retracement, as you can see here. You know, it went up, going down, now it's like consolidated. It's trying to go up again, but it's still in consolidation. Let me go down to the 30-minute. Okay, let's see what we see here. So in 30-minute we use boxes as well, but I turned to change them blue. So in this case, we're gonna push this up. We're just gonna use the same one to be more specific, and we're gonna call it blue. So there's like a little resistance right here, and we're gonna keep this green because it's still kind of like in the same place. So this is price action right now. It is kind of like there's a lot of noise going on, and right off the bat, guys, boys and girls, for buys, I would only buy if price breaks above this right here. So let me just make a notification, an alert. Basically, I put the alert on 4938.03. So if price closes above, crosses and closes above, I'm looking for buys. And for sells, I'm only looking for sells here, clear as day. Look at this free clean ass traffic right here. So I'm only looking for sells if price breaks below right here. I would say around 4,806 37 cents. Let me just put an alert right here. Okay, sells. That's my sells, and this is my buy zones. That's pretty much it, guys. That's my breakdown for gold. Clean and simple, guys. I usually look for 20-30 pips. Look at this. If price breaks above you know, 49.38, looking for 20-30 pips, 40 pips around here. How much is this? This is around 79 pip move. And what's this? This is like around from 80 to almost 100 pip move. Okay, actually sells look pretty clean, and then buys, overall trend is bullish. You know, maybe today if price breaks that, it could go up. So yeah, that's basically my gold breakdown for today, February the 6th, and it is 8:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's see what happens. Alright guys, so we just did the gold breakdown for today. Now we're gonna move on to GJ. So let's do GJ. Alright, so we're gonna extend and make the GJ chart big. As you can see when you zoom out, obviously GJ is in higher highs. You know, it's a bullish market conditions as well. So right click reset. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the black line as always, and we're gonna put it, I do run on lines, so I'm looking at price action here, but I draw my lines all the way over here. So we're gonna put it at the top all the way to the all-time high black lines. So daily support and resistance, I use black horizontal lines. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna do let me see here, where else? Right here, I'm looking at here, this resistance support, so I'm gonna draw it right here. Okay, just to have a visual aspect of where we are in the market. Okay, we're gonna go down to 4 hour. Remember, 4 hour is the orange line, so we're looking at support and resistance. Okay, so let's see here. We have a resistance here, clear as day, which turned into support, resistance, support, support with wicks. So I'm gonna draw it right there. And we're gonna color it orange. Okay, and right down here, clean support. So I'm gonna draw it around, well, yeah, it's like an average spot, so I'm gonna just put it here on the wick. See, wick, support, wick, 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 wick. You get the picture. And what do we do in the hourly? We use the green box. So we're gonna look for the latest market, market structure, prices here. So we're looking for the latest resistance, so it's right up here. So we're gonna draw the line, the box, sorry, and we're gonna mark it up right here, right on top of the body of the resistance, and we're gonna change this to green. Okay, and then the latest support around the market, around the price. Well, let me just mark up this support right here. Looking at this, drawing it all the way back. Alright, and then zooming in, we're gonna mark it here. This is the most recent support. We're looking at here, but I'm gonna draw it all the way back here. I don't know, it's just my style of doing it. Alright, so right now, look at this clean candle. So obviously it's moving up. Let me just go down to the 30-minute to see more detail. Okay, so this resists as this support. Let me just draw one down here just in case. I'm looking at here, but I'm gonna draw a little bit back, and we're gonna blue to signify that's a 30-minute. And then, well, we can move this here to this support and put it blue as well, just to not confuse myself. And the resistance, let me just draw here. Okay, so we're obviously going up. This was an awesome buy. I guess we're too late for it, but look at this resistance, and this candle broke and we're going all the way up. It's still kind of early on it. It's a little FOMO, you get me? Alright, there we go. So yeah, so price broke this little resistance on the 30-minute and it's moving up. How many pips is that? So yeah, I mean, this could be a potential 49 pip move to the upside. As you can see there, it's currently happening. So for example, if we were to take this buy, let me just put the long tool. The trade would look like this. We put the stop loss below the lows of this candle, and we're gonna put the take profit all the way up to this resistance area. Resistance and resistance. And look at that. It's a 3.2 risk to reward. So we're basically risking 15 pips to make 51 pips. That's the type of trade that I usually look for. I'm actually kind of late to the party because it's playing out as we speak. Sometimes we get on time, sometimes I could see it before it happens, or as you can see there, it's currently happening in real time. So I'm just sitting on my hands. I can't do anything because I just missed it, but there's always going to be trades to have in the future. So yeah, that's basically, yeah, I would if I would have seen this like half an hour before, I would have definitely taken this trade. Why? As you can see here, because there was a resistance here. This candle, let me see here, sorry, this candle broke the previous resistance, so it closed above. So the next candle would have been obviously this one, and it broke its own high. That's where I would have done the buy. Stop loss would have been below the lows of the previous candle, and I would just ride this free traffic, all this space, all the way up to this resistance areas. So as that would have been the awesome trade. So the buys, obviously, let me just mark it up, buys. And then the sells, I wouldn't look at sells for GJ unless it would have been around here, if the candle would have break and closed below this low. So sells would have been either here, or sells would have been, we could wait and actually take sells right down here. So it would have been right down here, and that would have been a greater potential sell. This sell would have been around 60 to 70 pips sell, because look at all this range. Even though there's a small resistance here, but there's it's like a better selling opportunity just by waiting all the way down here. But yeah, look at how that potential buy would have played out. Why? Look at all this free range right there. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for your patience in this video, trying to make it as quick as possible. So that is my trading outlook for today, February the 6th, 8:41 a.m. all right, so I don't know if I'm going to take a trade. Wow, look at GJ just moving. I missed out on this trade. This would have been the trade of the day, and I'm still actually, if it does retrace a little bit, I could probably hop on it. Gold, yeah, it's kind of slow right now, but yeah, looking for these two areas. I placed alerts, and this is GJ that missed out, but let's see what happens. All right, so I appreciate everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe this video. Follow me on all social media platforms. You could check my Telegram groups. I have a free signals group that you could join. It's completely free. It's been going on since like 2021, so that's free sauce right there, free trades. The link is in the description below for my free signals channel. And Top Traders Network is it's another network where like-minded individuals like you and me, people who like to trade, we could chat and all that. That's my free community as well. All the links are in the description below, so I do appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll see you guys later. Peace.